Hey everyone, what if I told you that the next week on Xbox isn't just about new games, it's about a total shift in how we think about gaming. Let me explain why this week's lineup feels like a microcosm of the entire industry's evolution. Think about it, from hyper-realistic war simulations to charming, puzzle-driven adventures, there's something here for every kind of player. But what really stands out to me is how many of these titles are defying expectations. Take Pro Jank Footy, for example. It's basically a slapstick comedy about Australian rules football, but with power-ups and absurdity. Personally, I think this says a lot about where gaming is headed: more self-aware, more willing to laugh at itself. It's like the industry is finally embracing the idea that not everything has to be taken seriously. And that's not just fun, it's a cultural statement. Now, let's dive into what's really cooking here. First up, Sandustry, this factory automation game where every pixel is a resource. Wait, every pixel? That's wild. It's like Minecraft meets industrial engineering, but with a twist. What makes this really interesting is the destructibility. Imagine building a massive factory, only to have it all crumble under your feet. It's not just about efficiency anymore, it's about chaos. From my perspective, this feels like a reaction to the hyper-optimization of modern games. Players are craving systems that reward experimentation over perfection. Then there's Hell Let Loose, Vietnam, which drops you into the middle of a war zone with no hand-holding. This isn't a battle royale, it's a team-based, historically accurate simulation. What many people don't realize is that this game is pushing the boundaries of multiplayer immersion. You're not just fighting, you're building tunnels, coordinating with teammates, and using real-world weapons. It's like a documentary come to life. But here's the thing, why would anyone pay $40 for this? Because it's not just a game, it's a social contract. You're part of a collective effort, and that's what makes it addictive. Let's talk about nostalgia for a second. While Blue Skies is a modern take on 90s on-rail shooters, but with a twist. It's for people who grew up chasing high scores and for a new generation hungry for the real thing. A detail I find fascinating is how it's not just about flying, it's about restoring peace in a world consumed by chaos. This raises a deeper question: are we still drawn to these retro formats because they're simpler, or because they remind us of a time when games were pure? I think it's both. And then there's the cozy corner of the lineup. Piece Together is a scrapbooking game that's all about friendship and aging. In a world dominated by fast-paced, hyper-stimulating games, this is a breath of fresh air. What this really suggests is that players are craving emotional depth. It's not just about winning anymore, it's about connecting. But don't think for a second that this week's lineup is all soft stuff. No More Room in Hell 2 is a survival horror game that's all about permadeath and tension. Every encounter with the Horde could end your character's life. This is the kind of game that makes you rethink risk versus reward. And here's the kicker, it's not just about surviving, it's about the psychological toll. How many times will you fail before you learn the right strategy? That's the real challenge. Meanwhile, Pet Survivors takes the roguelike formula and applies it to adorable animals. You play as a dog, cat, or chicken, fending off monsters in a retro pixel art style. What makes this really interesting is how it subverts expectations. You're not just fighting for survival, you're doing it as a cute, unlockable pet. It's a masterclass in tonal contrast. And then there's the sheer weirdness of Trash Raccoon, which is a roguelite game about collecting fruits before they explode. It's chaotic, fast-paced, and utterly ridiculous. But that's the point, right? Gaming has always had a place for the absurd. This week's lineup feels like a rebellion against the idea that games have to be serious or polished. They're messy, experimental, and full of personality. Whether it's the nostalgia of wild blue skies or the chaos of Trash Raccoon, there's a common thread: these games are made for players who want to feel something. So, what does this all mean? It means the future of gaming isn't just about graphics or mechanics, it's about emotion, experimentation, and finding joy in the unexpected. And that, my friends, is why I'm excited for what's coming next. What do you think? Which of these games are you most curious about? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what's on your radar. Until next time, keep playing, keep exploring, and remember, sometimes the best games are the ones that surprise you.